Tank never misses a rock throw unless you Tank is basically Tom Brady when it comes to throwing rocks. The fact that the Tank can do what basically these guys couldn't do and have pinpoint accuracy at the same time is insane. The rock will not miss unless you do something about it. Doesn't matter if you're being launched or teleported.
Holy crap.
Or even going at light speed, you will be hit, but at the same time, dodging the rock is pretty easy. The rock itself has an HP bar, invisible of course. Some weapons that do lower damage will have a harder time destroying the rock than others. Of course, the nonsensical part is the fact that melee weapons one-shot the rock instead of some guns. A knife the size of your wrist can destroy a rock being flung towards you at the velocity of a slingshot.
We are screwed.
But a freaking shotgun struggles to destroy the rock. The rock has iframes. You can't shoot the rock during the animation of the throw and the moments after the throw. It takes around 1 to 2 seconds, and that's a guess, until you can finally destroy the rock. I guess the rock has some sort of godly force stopping it from being damaged while it's being thrown. I see the reason why it was done. I just wish there was a visual indicator to know when it can be destroyed or not. The rock can be roleplayed in verses. What does that mean? Well, if you swing the camera with the rock throw, this is what you get. With this, it allows you to throw the rock behind walls. Yeah, I call it role-playing the swing. Just like in the melee video, you can do the same thing here. Even the pros do this, without thinking how goofy it looks to pull it off. There's another trick with the rocks. Jumping while timing the throw allows you to throw a rock while moving. People use this to jump out of cover or corners. Then there's the punch and rock combo. What is the Tank from a freaking fighting game all of a sudden? We went from brainless brute to a freaking 100 IQ steroid junkie. As said before, the Tank is good at cutting angles. He's slightly slower than the survivors, but sometimes it really doesn't feel like it due to his high IQ. Lighting him on fire makes him even slower, but Left 4 Dead 1, it actually makes him faster. Why? I have no clue. The Tank can b-hop. I wonder if the comics ever explain this BS. The Tank can also crouch, just in case you wanted to pet him or something. I've seen pros use this for cover, but I swear with the Tank's size this is just placebo. It's clear to say that the Tank's mobility is far superior than the mobility of our own AI. Half the things the Tank does is absolutely insane to witness, even now as a veteran player. And then you witness what your AI is capable of. It's just a clown fiesta. Look at our bots, then look at the Tank's AI. The Tank's pathing, aiming, and aggro is just a stark difference to what we have on the Survivor team. Without add-ons, the original Left 4 Dead 2 bots are absolutely horrendous. It's not like I'm comparing them to some modern day AI companions, I'm comparing them to their infected counterparts. There are some things that only the Tank AI can do, like pushing survivors away when climbing at the top of a ladder, versus players wish they could do that. But the only bad thing about the Tank AI is the fact that he does a taunt after he lands a rock or a punch. I don't even consider that to be bad. I mean, he's like a TF2 player or something. He literally taunts you. Now, the wiki does offer some sort of explanation to how the Tank aggro works. Whoever he sees first is who he targets. Similar to the Witch, the Tank aggression can be changed even after he's been aggroed by the player. But just like the Witch, it feels very sporadic. For example, the Tank will focus whoever's on the turret. Dead set, will run past any survivor near him just to go after whoever's on that turret. Unless you get behind him and melee him twice. Or if you're holding out a chainsaw, Tank, for whatever reason, will aggro onto you if you're close enough, even ignoring the survivors who are already boomed on. Why does the chainsaw of all weapons have this hidden property? Meleeing the Tank has a pretty strange interaction too. In the strange scenario in which you get close enough to melee the Tank, if you melee him once, the Tank will ignore you. Melee him twice and all of a sudden he gets pissed. 180-degree turnaround, like if getting an axe to your spine is fine once, but twice is where the Tank draws a line. This double melee can even overpower the aggro the Tank has on a turret. Isn't it funny that high caliber bullets don't take priority over a kitchen knife in the Tank's mind? The double melee is so hardcore coded in that the rock, even when it's launched mid-air, will still somehow hit the person who hit the tank twice with the melee. Now that's nonsense. The tank can also punch most vehicle and objects in the game, and the way they get flung around depends on where you're looking at. If you crouch, the object will slide along the ground. Why this happens really makes no sense to me. Once an object has been punched, they will fade away out of existence after a minute. It can be pretty inconsistent on what objects the tank can hit or not. He can hit cars, forklifts, dumpsters, and doors, but sometimes he can't. Best example I can think of is in the parish, where the dumpsters that look exactly the same, but only some of them can be punched. Maybe this dumpster is just heavier than the others. It's not really a big issue because the game highlights what objects can be hit and also destroy unbarred safe house doors. I mean, he doesn't even have to try. Like, he doesn't even punch it. Walks right through it. The tank can punch cars with such force that they basically become butter and slide along the floor. Problem arises in campaign mode where you can't tell what's hittable and what's not. If the tank AI for whatever reason pounds a survivor who is down, it will do about 75 damage, which is equivalent to 4 hits. Meanwhile, a player controlled tank on versus does 24 damage, which takes about 10 hits to fully kill a survivor. Wow, what a stark difference. You're telling me that being an AI straight up gives you a damage buff? What is Valve trying to say here? The versus tank is just a straight up downgrade without the unintended exploits. Can't say the same about our own AI.
Do you want me to record anything or?
Yeah, you can record your perspective. Give it. One of the weirdest things about the campaign tank is the fact that he could be dead quiet, pun intended. It really goes without saying that the tank was ahead of his time. Even now, when I compare him to other bosses in similar games, he still holds up. And yeah, you veteran clowns will say that it's easy to take him down alone. But then again, we all have around 1,000 hours in Left 4 Dead 2, and I've been playing since I was a kid. Most of the time, that's done with only one tank, no commons or specials around. If anything, that proves that the game rewards knowledge and cooperative play. To new players, the tank is a menace. To old clowns like us, the tank is a time to show off. Damn near a perfect zombie for the players to fight. If only the AI that accompanies you can be even an eighth of what the tank is. I guess it's a lot easier to program an AI as an adversary than to program an AI that actually helps you.